Hey YouTube, how's it going? Nice to see you. I got a confession to make. I'm an aggressive driver, and the reason being for that is I just can't comprehend all the stupid shit I see when I drive. I don't know if I'm just crazy or if everyone else is just moronic. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I boiled it down to 10, and these are the 10 driving habits that drive me crazy. Number 1, people who don't use their turn signal. Now, listen, I understand what a turn signal does, and I have the experience to know when someone is going to change lanes or go into a left turning lane, but I need to see that signal because I can't base my driving decisions on assumptions. That's just insanity. Not using your signal is as if you're saying, well, everybody knows how to drive, so why should I use a signal? Everybody knows what changing lanes looks like, right? Yeah, we all know what it looks like. We don't know when you're going to do it if you just go, meh. What are you thinking? Number 2, elderly drivers. I understand that it's going to come off as naive since I'm only in my 20s, but when it comes to me wanting to get where I have to go and I'm boxed in with an elderly driver that doesn't really want to budge when he's going 20 kilometers under the city limit, it kind of gets on my nerve. Like, if you're above the age of 80, you're considered a safety hazard on the road. And I know that sounds kind of mean, but in order for us young people to keep our nerves in check, we can't really be behind you, because the whole time we're going, why won't this old geezer move? Which doesn't really help make my point, but it's again, it's a safety hazard. We can't, rely on the elderly to be safe when they're gonna, I think it's okay for you to change lanes now. Oh shit, there's a car beside me. I want a hard candy. Number 3, they're so deep in conversation, they forget the light turned green. This is when someone has literally turned their attention to the passenger and is talking so emphatically that they don't realize the light has turned green. And we're behind you going, do you have a certain delay in your nervous system? Or were you so into your conversation that you forgot you were even driving? Like, here's an example. So then I was like, Jimmy, you take out the trash. I clean, I cook, I do all the dishes. Now, what the fuck do you want, asshole? Oh, the light screen. Oh, sorry. Number 4, being boxed in. Now, this is very simple. It's essentially a car is here and a car is right here, parallel to each other. Now, you're behind them going, guys, there's people behind you that actually want to get somewhere. So I don't know if you're talking to each other or if you're just trying to cause chaos. I mean, isn't there enough chaos on the street? Number 5, busy traffic. Now, compared to actual busy traffic where there's actual cars lined up and there's no space ahead of anybody, busy traffic is when there's one slow guy, either a truck driver or just an old guy or old woman, that is holding everyone back. Now, the way I always tell if there is actually busy traffic compared to busy traffic is when I can actually see the slow car way away holding everyone back. And I'm just like, what is that person thinking? Are they going, ooh, the flowers are pretty, oh look, a bird, la la la, why is there so many cars behind me? I don't know why the driver is talking like that. I just imagine the driver being so kind of casual and they're like, nothing's going on, it's a very peaceful day, yet there's people honking behind me. Or is that just birds tweeting? I can't tell the difference. Number 6, truck drivers. When I say truck drivers, I don't mean the people that have that as a job. I'm talking about people who drive an average or bigger sized truck. They just tend to be very obnoxious. And what I mean by that is they'll either tailgate you the whole way because they feel entitled to kind of strut their stuff and be like a bully and kind of push you ahead. But the thing is, we're trying to focus on our driving. And when you're constantly pushing against us, not literally, then we actually have to talk to you and pull you to the side and get you information. But when you're tailgating us the whole time, it kind of makes us feel bullied. Like, what reason do you have to be entitled to kind of shove people around just because you want to strut your stuff, so to speak? Number 7, parking perfectionist. This is less of a street problem and more of a parking lot problem, where you're waiting for someone to pull out of their parking spot and you're excited because you've been waiting for so long, but as soon as they pull out, they start adjusting themselves. It's like, are you leaving or staying? Once you go this way into your parking spot, make a decisive decision. Don't go, this isn't right. Unless you're parking in reverse, that makes more sense because you want to make sure you don't actually hit the car next to you. But if you're just pulling out because you have to adjust for some stupid reason, which admittedly I do that too, but if you're doing it 3 or 4 freaking times, it just drives me crazy. It's like, are you playing mind games with me or are you just retarded? Number 8, construction. I know it's not really something to complain about because it's something that is going to happen every day on a constant basis, but that's the thing. Why does construction have to be on a constant basis? It kind of scares me actually, because it makes me feel like when they do have construction to fix something on the road and for maintenance or whatever it is, my question is, why do you need to reconstruct something you already worked on? It's like, if you're trying to fix a mistake you made or continue maintenance on a certain road, what was wrong with the first thing you did with it? You do not think about the mistakes you made, or do you just need a job? Number 9, people on their phone. Now, this is an issue that has been going on for years, and it still baffles me. It's like, there are even commercials now that are telling you, get off your phone, it's not safe. Now, I don't care how skilled of a driver you are, you can't do 2 things at the same time. Yes, if you drive an automatic, it's not really rocket science to keep your eyes on the road and drive without getting into a car crash. But if you have to do this and this when you're driving, that's going to be kind of jarring for your brain to focus both on the person you're talking to, looking at the road, paying attention to your surroundings, looking at your text on your phone. It's like, you're not a freaking genius. Put the phone down. When you get to your establishment, pick up the phone, talk to the person that you had a missed call from, or the person you were trying to call. It's not that difficult. Put the freaking phone down and drive. You know, that thing that can actually kill somebody if you're just going, hey, what's up, Kristen, how's it going? Oh, yeah, I'll meet you there in a couple minutes. That's the result of you calling your friend Kristen just because you wanted to know when you're going to go meet her to get your pedicure on. Yeah, that was so important for you, huh? No, it wasn't. And number 10, slow truck drivers. Now, I understand that because you're a truck driver, you have a job to do, and in order for there to be safety on the road, you have to allow a certain distance between you and the other car, which is usually 2 or even 3 times the distance. Now, that I understand, but what I don't understand is when there's nobody for miles ahead of you. There's a difference between being safe and being kind of selfish. Now, it's not that I don't respect the job you have to do, it's the fact that you feel entitled to have the road to yourself. There's people behind you curious as to what you're thinking and what task you think you have to do in order to keep that space to yourself. We all have things to do, we all have jobs. So why do you feel the need to keep all the space ahead of you for yourself when there's other people trying to get to a certain destination, whether it is for work or a leisure experience? That wraps up the 10 bad driving habits that drive me crazy. If you have any of your own bad driving habits that drive you crazy, please leave in the comment section below. Comment, subscribe, and like this video. Even share it on your Facebook or what other social media you have. And have a good day.